Hey, this is Matt, aka Ramble Raff, once again, and I'm joined with.
Sierra 12's here to stay, Efri. And I'm guessing
And,
we're doing something different today, right? Pretty much.
yeah, and we're not trying to rip off like anybody else, like the guys at Dead Pit. I want to give those guys a shout out.
Yeah. Hello, Dead
Um,
Pit. Wes. And who's the other guy? Oh, was it Uncle Bill? CK and Uncle Bill?
DK Uncle Bill, they do a podcast. Not really a podcast, it's a horror talk radio show.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember. I think I heard one of their shows, the one where they had John Carpenter on there. That's great, man. You guys got a chance to talk to John Carpenter. Oh man, you guys
yeah,
old.
they're the best at it, and this isn't normally like a show or anything. It's just us randomly. He said, Effie said, "Hey, how about we do like just a little, kind of like what we did with Fan Calendar, just bullshitting around." And I mentioned, I found a list of all the slasher films that have been made, at least pretty good list, and we figured we could just bullshit around and go for one or the other, and maybe I could find film clips or just something to pass the time. And Effie said, "Sure, why not? Fuck it."
Yeah, go for it. Why not? Let's see.
Uh,
Let's see. Go with something a little different here. Nothing against. So, by the way, we want to thank you all for leaving good feedback on the fan commentaries. That's real cool of you all people out there for listening, taking time to listen to us and everything like that.
no
Especially with the Hard Target one, because I think the views are still going up. I believe. I'm Matt. Damn, it's amazing.
Yeah, so far, and
Yeah.
a lot of nice comments. I'm glad
Yeah.
people checked them out.
Yeah, I believe, yes. And of course, everybody was surprised that it was on there and stuff. Wow. Now they're probably checking it out and stuff. Wow.
So, as the title up there will say, it's we're sort of looking into slasher films, which is probably one of my favorite genres. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's very much there. I mean, I'm more of a... I mean, if I have to size up the slasher movies, number one to me, he's the one that really... that brought it into a new horizon was Leatherface, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 1974. That was the one I think that really kicked it off. I know you had, I think, from what I understand, Black Christmas, which, sad to say, I know a lot of people are going to be like, you're saying stuff about it or whatever. Oh, it came out the same year. But the original Black Christmas, I haven't seen that yet. But I really do want to see it, so. Yeah, you seen it, Matt?
I actually did catch it once, and it's pretty well done. I mean, the same guy, Bob Clark, who directed Christmas Story and Porky's.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a favorite of mine too, Porky's. I love those.
Rhinestone.
Right? Oh yeah, of course, another favorite of mine too. I admit it. Yeah, it's a funny movie,
I don't know, Stallone singing,
I know, it's just.
Dolly
I'm drinking Stein. He does that stuff and everything. But, hey, it was designed for fun, so I have fun with it.
So would you say Chainsaw Master is your favorite?
Well, yeah, I have to size them up in slasher. Be Leatherface with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Number 2, of course, Friday the 13th. And let's see, 3 would be the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise in slasher. Yeah. Okay, now 4. I might get flack over this, but it's just my opinion. I know other people might put it number 1. The Halloween franchise, because really in Halloween, I only like 3 movies of the original movies. I like the John Carpenter movie, the sequel in the hospital, and H2O. Because I felt the Halloween films to me were about Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. Nothing against Donald Pleasence. Donald Pleasence was instrumental. He's the best. Donald Pleasence, of course. The whole thing, Dr. Loomis, he was a good character. But the whole thing, with the sister and the brother, it's kind of like Ripley and the Alien. It just mashes well together. Child's Play is probably number, what was that? I think number 5. Yeah, number 5, yeah. Because I only like the first Child's Play film, the second one, and Bride of Chucky. Part 3 and Seed of Chucky really wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know, it just lost me and stuff. But the number 1 is really Leatherface, because I like out of all the Leatherface films, there's only one movie I don't like, and that's The Next Generation. But I understand there's some people out there that enjoy it, like Jay the Stingray, he likes it, and I know that, I think the guys at Dead Pit, I believe, right? I know last time you...
Well, not really.
Really? I thought they did.
No, I think they did like shitty sequels. They did like 2 of them, and one of them they talked about was they liked it. I think CK likes it better than the remake.
Oh.
But he doesn't really like the movie. He hates the remake, like you hate the Fog remake.
Oh yeah, like I hate the Fog remake, or damn, what else? Oh, the upcoming Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that, even though it's only a promo, but still, it doesn't look good, man. With the glove when you have an actor all burnt up in prosthetic effects, wearing a giant glove that's smaller than what happened?
I said when your face looks like an ass.
Yeah, exactly.
That defeats the purpose of.
Yeah, and then the glove is bigger than the whole person, you know.
It's like they turned Freddy into ass face, but
butt face.
That could be a rant.
Oh god.
Maybe at the end when we get to what's coming next for slasher films.
Oh, what slasher films of today? Yeah, that would be a rant indeed, and stuff like that.
For me, my favorites. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up with Freddy and Nightmare on Elm Street movies. But then I found Jason.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I say I found Jason like it's a fucking date or something.
Hey, he just popped out of nowhere.
I was in the woods and I heard this sound going.
And I had to investigate.
I gotta have some more of that. No, I mean like, as a series, the first time I had only seen on like TNT with Joe Bob Briggs, and it was all cut.
Yeah.
But then seeing the videotapes, I sort of fell in love with more of the series, because out of the Friday the 13th films, I can watch all of them, to be honest. Even the lesser ones, like Part 8, Part 5, I can watch all of them.
What?
And then,
well, sorry to interrupt you, but Part 8, when I was younger, I could watch it. But then, like, when I started, like, recently, like, going back and looking at the original Friday the 13th, and then, you know, I looking at Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, even Freddy vs. Jason, you know, or even the reboot, you know, then I look at Part 8, I'm like, fuck Part 8, you know, but I do like, you know, I do like Jason Goes to Hell, I do like the other ones, because I go by, when I size them up, I go by the sequels I like, you know, there's like 5 sequels or 3 sequels they did that ruined it, I'm like, and it takes me out of the whole vibe, but anyway, continue, I'm sorry to cut you out there.
Well, that's cool.
Cool, go ahead.
But yeah, Part 8, I mean, I rag on it too, it's just, if I compare it to just like Prom Night or what was it? What's that movie?
Maniac?
Oh yeah, the Halloween remake. I'm like, I'd rather go watch Jason Takes Manhattan. I'd rather see Kane Hodder as Jason kicking the shit out of a boombox.
Yeah.
And knocking someone's head off.
But that is true in a case, you know, because I would rather watch, you know, let's see, I would rather watch Friday the 13th Part 5 than fucking, you know, Martyrs or, you know, Hostel, any of these movies, you know, stuff like that. But that's just me, you know. I know some people out there, they like that. That's cool. You all like those movies, you know.
Yeah, Jason's my favorite, and Nightmare on Elm Street second, because that's another series. I can watch all of them. Part 5 and 6 have problems. I can watch all of them. Third is probably Halloween. Because I actually, I not only do I like 1 and 2, but I love Part 3. Yes, I know it doesn't have Michael Myers, but I thought everything else, Tom Atkins, the music, everything was solid. Part 4 I thought was a solid film. Sort of an amped up Halloween movie. Michael Myers doing a lot of shit, you know.
Well, but Halloween 4, I mean, I can enjoy it as a movie away from the franchise, like just, you know, on a random slasher video. I'm just watching a movie. I can enjoy Part 4 like that. So what it is, when I see the thing with Daniel Harris and the Jamie character, then I get mad when I see what they did in Part 5 and 6. And I'm like, fuck, you know, then it really takes me out of it, you know.
True.
That's what it is. But as a separate movie, like just a random movie away from, like if I make believe I watch it, I make believe. Oh, that's not part of the Halloween franchise. Even though that's stupid to say because he's got Michael Myers there. But, you know, if I can enjoy it, I think just turn the brain off a little bit, then I know I can enjoy Part 4, you know.
That's
stuff
true.
like that. Yeah.
To be honest, one of my least favorites is your favorite.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Well, it's alright, you know.
The first one, I love. The second one is fun. But that's kind of how it ends for me. Like, Part 3, I watch and I go,
Ken Foray surviving the chainsaw hit from the hit.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ken Foray, but it's like, I know that wasn't the director's fault. They added it without his input.
Yeah, I love that story the director tells. I mean, I'm
Jeff
sure
Burr, yeah.
Jeff Burr, yeah. I mean, I know you and plus maybe most of the people out there that they've seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre documentary, which I'm always talking about a lot because I think it's a kick-ass documentary.
The guys at Dead Pit actually interviewed Jeff Burr.
Really?
The director.
Wow.
Yeah, you go on their site, they actually interviewed him, and he talked about what happened behind the scenes.
Oh shit! I gotta look that up. Wow.
So yeah, you guys go to www.deadpit.com.
All right.
Look through archives, and it's all free.
Wow.
And they have interviews with John Carpenter, Tom Savini.
I heard the John Carpenter one. John Carpenter one was pretty good. I remember listening to them. I gotta listen to the rest of them though. The whole thing.
Yeah, but you should mention Jeff Burr, the director. They interviewed him, and he talked about how behind the scenes they basically, they fucked him over. As you mentioned, he also mentioned on the DVD.
Yeah, the whole thing where he had called up Mike DeLuca. He was the guy who was trying to bring Leatherface into the mainstream because I'm guessing part 2, since it was released unrated through Canon and stuff like that, didn't make as much money. So New Line, during the late 80s was getting very big with the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, if you all know, and everything like that. So Mike DeLuca, I guess, was gonna make it a third movie, but kind of like eliminate part 2 in a way, like part 2 never happened. Like go pick up, I guess, after what the last movie left
because
off.
he had a new family.
A new family, yeah, and stuff like that.
I'm guessing that was his daughter somehow, or he found a daughter, or what the fuck that girl is. That little girl?
Yakety yak! Don't the girl with the little doll, the skeleton doll.
I wonder if he just found her and then raised her, or what the... I don't know what the fuck was up with that.
I know, there's always a lot of backstory about that. There was one story that was saying that maybe Leatherface did some fucking or whatever, and then I guess one girl got pregnant or something. I don't know. Somebody... I mean, he just popped up in there for no reason, Obviously, it can't be Viggo Mortensen's kid because he's like the woman of the house. That's why he wears his apron and he has painted fingernails and stuff. It can't be Tink because he got one arm. And then you got that crazy guy in the gas station. I do whatever I want in my place. I'm gonna fuck you head.
I don't know.
It's okay. I mean, the reason I hold part 3, folks, strong to my heart, because that was really the first one that I was allowed to see when I was a kid. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I hold it.
Sense.
That's why I hold it close to my heart. But I can understand why people say it's not the strongest of the films. I mean, it's cool. No, but it's like how you found when you talked about how you found Jason. Your first movie was what? Jason Goes to Hell, right?
Yeah, actually, that's pretty much the same where, that's a film a lot of people hate.
Yeah.
But that was how I first actually saw on a videotape.
Yeah, when you were introduced to Jason like that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what unrated meant, so I watched the videotape Jason Goes to Hell, and I'm seeing a woman riding on top of tits. I went, wow, tits. And then she gets gutted and, split in half. I went, what the fuck? And I went, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah. And how old were you when you saw that, Matt?
How old?
How old?
Well, probably when it first came out, so was that 90?
It was 1993, yeah.
So I was 10.
Oh, cool.
10 years old.
All right.
I'm like, wow, tits and gore. I can get into this.
Yeah.
And then, it made me want to go back and see what the Friday the 13th movies were about and learn more about Jason, and that's how I found that series. But I guess it was kind of like, did that make, when you saw Chainsaw Massacre 3,
yeah,
did that want you to go back to see the first two?
Exactly, yeah. It was funny because I remember, right, I was bugging my mom and my uncle, like, I want to see the first movie. My uncle had seen the first one in the movie theater, and I think I was around that same age, as a matter of fact. I think I was around 10, because I know that came out in 1989, 1990, around there. So I remember my uncle said, all right, you watch it, but, you feel it's too much for you, I might shut off the tape. So, okay, so it's funny because, the way Texas Chainsaw Massacre looks and the way you have the narration in the beginning, if you're going into this and you know nothing about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they could come out and fuck with you if you don't know nothing about it, especially at a young age. So I'm watching it there, and I see a guy carving into his hand. I was like, wow, that's crazy. you know, and then they throw him out of the car, and then you have these two people wandering off. So you figured, okay, maybe you see some tits. Because I knew about Friday the 13th movies because they gave them on cable, you know, all day long. So that was back then when cable, they gave shit randomly. They didn't give a fuck what time shit was on. Like, not like now. Now it's like, oh, wait a minute, it's 4 o'clock. No, they won't be giving that now, but they'll give it time at 10 o'clock. But not back then. It was like, fuck it. Who's going to watch cable? So, you know, I used to see all that stuff. You know, so then what happened was I'm looking at see these two people wandering away. They're going to a house. And a guy wanders in the house. I'm like, I bet you I know what's going to happen. So I'm expecting to hear some kind of noise or music or changing score. Nothing. And then out of nowhere, the guy runs in there. And you see Leatherface, you know, that first kill, the character Kirk. Yeah. Bang! The guy's shaking on the floor. And all of a sudden, bang! And then he picks him up, just throws him. And then out of nowhere, I'm like, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm like, I'm scared, but at the same time, that was cool. Let me wind that back again. Look at this shit. Like, wow, it's just, you know, the shock factor, no score, nothing. And then the thing with the woman on the hook. Even though if you look at it now, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, it's really not bloody compared to at least today's standards of, you know, slashing movie. But back then, in '74, you know, that was like wow, it's disturbing. You look at it now,
I think
wow.
Toby Hooper actually tried to get like a G rating.
Yeah, I think that's true. He did. He tried to, and I guess it didn't work or something like that. There was a whole backstory about how I think it was Toby Hooper's daughter, one of the crew's daughter or something, was on the set, little girl, and talking to all the actors, and then they have that scene where the girl's on the hook or whatever, and they're about to decapitate the guy or whatever. You don't see the actual decapitation. It's good about it. Your mind goes, you know, you're going to see it. But little girl walks in and he goes, ah! And then she runs out. And the cast, they stop filming. They just look at the girl. She ran away.
Yeah, but for me, those were only two I truly enjoyed. The rest, even the remake and the prequel, which prequel pissed me off. I'll get to that later.
Oh, I understand. I understand about the prequel. I mean, I know it's ridiculous about the big linebacker motherfucker, you know, who's in the back of the small car.
And she doesn't know. And
she doesn't know, and then she gets it right there, you know.
10-foot tall, big blocker motherfucker.
Yeah. But they had, I think you must have seen the DVD. They had alternate versions of that. I think they should have won one of the alternate versions. There was one version. It's just kind of stupid on her part. She gets in the car. She finds the keys on top of the visor. What that bullshit they have there. She starts up the car. The radio goes on. She gets scared. Ah! And then she turns off the radio. Then I know where you see the chainsaw come through the side glass. That makes sense if they would have filmed that one. You know. And then you have one which is almost like the original ending, in which instead of a chainsaw coming from the back seat, it's actually a knife. And you get the slow stabbing death. While she's driving, she hits the patrolman and the guy.
That sounds shitty.
I know, but they couldn't go with the stabbing thing because they figured it's chainsaw. You know, he's not.
It's in the title.
It's in the title, so they should have went away with the other part with the girl being stupid enough to start the car and get scared with the radio. Then he comes through the side window at least. At least that's explainable.
Well, to me, that's just a pointless movie. It's a prequel. You know everyone's going to die.
Of course.
You know that Leatherface and Arlie Ermey is not going to die.
Yeah.
So you know he's going to live. You know he's going to die. What's the point?
I understand. It's funny, folks, because I seen that in the movie theater, right, on opening weekend. Now, it was opening the same weekend as Jet Li's, you know, supposedly final movie, Fearless, right? Back in 2006.
Well,
so, the funny thing is the line, I'm sorry about you, man. The line is big, so I'm thinking, okay, man, that's big for Leatherface. But no, the line was big for Jet Li. And then I go in the theater, there's only 5 people in the fucking theater on opening day for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre prequel. You know, and everybody's in the next auditory mall watching Fearless and stuff. Anyway, that's just a little funny thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Matt. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, well, Fearless, yeah. That was just officially now is Jet Li's last Wushu.
Yeah, Wushu movie. That's what it. But the problem is the way they were advertising it. They were saying the last movie, so everybody went to go see it. You know, I mean, I have no problem with Fearless. But anyway, we got to go back to the slasher.
But what do you have a favorite movie? Not just franchise, but you have a favorite slasher movie. It could be. It doesn't have to be Jason or Freddy, but any of them.
A favorite slasher movie.
Or if it's easier, a least favorite.
A least
Any
favorite.
slasher movie.
A least favorite. But I would still be able to watch it. Let me see.
No. I mean, like, worst.
Oh, you mean a movie I would never watch that I seen it once? I'm like, oh fuck this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Henry. Because I see
Henry.
Henry, yeah. That's
So
just
okay, that's your least favorite.
that's not. I don't know. You mean least favorite or movie I would never watch? Like I hate pretty much. I thought you meant
Well,
like
how about both?
okay, movie that I hate that I never liked it because I'm not really into these movies where you gotta follow the serial killer around and stuff. I'm more like, okay, there's people in the woods. They're gonna fuck. You know, there's a killer running around.
You want to have fun.
I want to have fun. Yeah, I'm not into like, wow, this is really
All right.
documentating. Wow.
So that would be Henry.
Yeah, Henry. Because I seen Henry. Henry, you know, at a young age, at the same age when I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm thinking, maybe it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I see that shit, went to bed, fucking creeped. Because, you know, you got scenes with home invasion and kids getting brutally killed. Not just, you know, killed like, you know, like the Blob killed. I could deal with the Blob. There's no problem. That's, you know, Blob just running around fucking people up. But dude coming to a house, videotaping a home invasion, killing a family, you know, that's just too much for my plate. Fuck that, you know. Yeah, I mean, Michael Rooker, I was actually creeped out by Michael Rooker in that movie. And then I was like, afraid to see him in a movie. And then once I seen him in Cliffhanger, and I saw him in Mallrats and stuff, and these other movies he's done, or Replacement, I'm like, all right, now I like Michael Rooker. You know, before, back in the early days, like, I'm scared of that motherfucker. You know? But that's a movie that I would not like. Now, least favorite, let's see, in slasher. Least favorite movie, but I would watch it. That it's just not. I don't know. Well, I don't go least favorite. I think I could put Halloween 4 in that because, like I said, I could watch Halloween 4 and just enjoy it as a. I'll try to fool myself into not, you know, believing it's part of the same, you know, the Halloween thing. It's just as a separate thing, you know, separate franchise. Okay, Scream.
Really?
Scream, because Scream. I mean, I don't hate Scream. It's just that. Okay, I like the idea of, you know, but maybe because I haven't seen Scream in a long time, but I remember finding that it was a pretty good idea. I mean, okay, it's a slasher, but yet the people involved with it, they play by the rules of the slasher movie. So I found maybe Kevin Williamson, Wes Craven, you know, Wes Craven actually was a genius this time out because he actually controls, he directed all 3 fucking movies. So he had a chance to make up for, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, you know. For the Nightmare on Elm Street films, which he didn't do all the movies, you know, and stuff. Like that. But Scream is, you know, it's pretty much a movie that I seen it. I remember enjoying it, you know, but I don't know, is it on the top 5? You know, but nah, but it's there. I mean, I like it. I mean, I don't hate it, you know. First Scream, the second one I think is good as well.
So it's not your least favorite then? Or is it?
I'm all fucked up here.
I was actually, if it's your least favorite, you said it's Scream.
Oh man, I can see a lot of comments. Make up your mind! A lot of comments on this shit. Oh my god, I'm a little disoriented because I don't know if it's a movie that's least favorite. I just block it from my mind. That's what it is.
Well, I can name mine.
You can name yours? Okay, maybe it'll help me. Go ahead.
Remake of Prom Night. That's my least favorite slasher movie because to me that's not a slasher movie. It's a gay version teeny bopper for 10-year-old girls.
So you mean a movie that you hate then?
I said least favorite.
Okay, but that's a hate movie, a movie that you don't like, that you wouldn't dare put in your collection. I thought my least favorite is like, okay, I could watch it, but you know, I don't want it in my collection.
I mean, like least favorite.
You mean like a movie you hate, that you don't want it near your collection, in other words?
Yeah.
Okay, but that makes sense though, okay. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry, folks. I'm special. So please, Hooked on Phonics didn't work for me. Is that right?
I thought you answered that with Henry.
Oh, okay, Henry. Okay, I'm sorry. Then I went a little all over the place. Okay. Sorry, folks. I don't. And by the way, folks, I just say no to drugs. I know some people gotta be like, "Is he on something?" I'm like, "No, I'm not."
No. You answered a question.
I did. All right.
Least favorite, so.
All right. I just got a little mixed up there about Scream and whatever the stuff.
No,
there.
that's an answer to what you think is maybe most overrated.
Probably so, yeah. That makes better sense. Yeah, overrated. 'Cause that's the movie everybody really hyped up, you know. But I still watch it. I mean, I like it. I mean, the idea is a good idea, you know. But I think 3 movies, I think maybe is all you needed. I heard they're working on a 4, but I don't know why.
They won't do it.
I don't know why. What else could they cover?
They don't have no jobs.
What else could they cover? Nev Campbell is out of sight, out of mind. David David,
It's out of work.
yeah, David Arquette got married to Courtney Cox, disappeared.
He directed a movie, but then nothing after that.
Yeah, he disappeared because Courtney Cox got him locked up in a dungeon somewhere, feeding him meals. So, oh man,
BDSM or something.
yeah,
Bondage, sadomasochism, puto.
yeah. I don't think he's
Yeah,
down there with the
least
putos.
We got to finish my thought. Least favorite's Prom Night remake
Okay,
because
it's a bloodless slasher movie. Yeah,
there's no gore,
yeah.
right? There's no nudity.
Wow.
There's no mystery. You know who the killer is first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no acting.
Mm-hmm.
There's no directing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ending.
Mm-hmm. That's a
There's
bad
no
deal.
value.
Wow.
No, I mean there's no tits, there's no ass, there's no nudity, there's no cuts, there's no scrapes, there's barely any blood.
So the question is that the person who made the movie must go to Google and look up the definition of slasher movie. Movie with a body count. So where's the body count?
It's like off camera and it's the film's gay, like Twilight. If you like Twilight, that's cool.
Yeah, that's true, people. If you like Twilight,
it's like not for anybody over the age of 10. The guy. The same motherfucker also directed the Stepfather remake.
Really? Wow. I heard
Nelson McCormick.
I heard a lot of bad things about the Stepfather remake. Because first of all, it's just a bad casting choice for the Stepfather. The guy they got, Dylan Walsh. They should have got. I still say it to this day because he really has that creepy atmosphere. Julian McMahon. Those of you who might remember him, he's in Nip Tuck also with Dylan Walsh, and also he's Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four films. And he's got a creepy thing about him, he's got that evil face, he could pull off. I can see him pulling off Stepfather, but of course that didn't happen. They did this movie, and it's in the shitter. It's pretty much like a shit version of Disturbia, which Disturbia is a better movie than Stepfather 2, in my humble opinion. Even though I'm gonna be honest and admit I haven't seen Stepfather 2, but it just seems like, I don't know, it seems lame. It seems like half-assed, just by the way it's presented, and stuff.
Wait, you mean the Stepfather remake? Or
the Stepfather, I'm sorry, Stepfather remake. I fucked up again.
Stepfather 2, I'm like...
No, wait a minute.
Room for Daddy.
No, Stepfather 2 is good. That's one of Jeff Burr, the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. He did right there. He did Stepfather 2.
I haven't seen that one. I just know it's Make Room for Daddy.
No, you gotta check it out. It's actually pretty good. Jonathan Brandis is in that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kid who killed himself, right?
Yeah, when he not when he was a kid, but when he got to adulthood, stuff like that.
And that's also the one with the what's the girl with the crazy eyes?
Meg Foster.
Meg Foster.
Meg Foster. Yeah.
I was gonna say Meg Ryan, but I knew that wasn't right.
Nah, Meg Ryan got some beautiful eyes, beautiful body. Please, folks, if you haven't seen In the Cut with Meg Ryan, please check that out because she's naked in that one. Whew, amazing.
I even knew it.
You knew it, huh? There you go. Oh man.
Well, enough about Meg Ryan's tits.
Not really the tits, the body. Okay. Anyway, go back to the topic again.
Least favorite's Prom Night remake. Now, can you think of a favorite one?
A favorite? Okay. Are we talking about in today or like in over my childhood growing up?
Oh, if it's easier, both.
Both? Okay. Alright, in today, in slasher, I would have to go with, I don't know if this qualifies really as slasher really because there's mutants involved. I don't know this. Does
Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah, does Hills Have Eyes remake, qualify as that, or that's not really a slasher?
I don't know. Maybe that's something we could say. What's your definition of a slasher movie?
Okay.
In your own words.
I don't know. A movie that gets me into the cast. That okay, you have a body count there, but the suspense. You have a good score sometimes or whatever. Nah, I don't think Hills Have Eyes will qualify as a slasher. Now that I think of it, it's more of a thriller. Maybe a little bit of monster because you have mutants running around and stuff. And plus, you're in the movie, man, because you're kicking mutants' ass all over the place, And let's see, because those of you guys who know out there, Matt looks just like the lead guy in the movie, Aaron Stanford or Doug. Looks just like Matt, so when Matt did a review of Hills Have Eyes, if you can find it and hopefully on the Rambo Ralph channel, you're still up, right, Matt? That review?
Yeah.
You can check it out. He actually has the same shirt and it looks like they're almost the same shotgun that he has, even though it's not a shotgun, but he's got it. He's got the whole look down packed there. The long shirt, I think, even the pants too, and stuff, and everything like that. So, okay, but in slasher today, let's see, slasher film of today. I don't know. I'll go out on a limb. I would say because the movie's a good throwback. I'm sure you can agree as well. The Friday the 13th reboot, that was a good slasher because I actually, made me fall in love with the slasher all over again.
Yeah, I mean,
even though I admit it's not scary, it's not scary, but just the cliches of it, that it looks like it's some practical effects at least, because today the movies are all CGI. That's how they get past the Maricon Puto Association of Assholes, MPAA.
Well, yeah, I mean, for me, recently, I would give it to Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
I gotta look that one up, because I know you told me about that one, that it looks pretty interesting.
I think the review's still up for it. It's really, to me, smart way to do it. The fact that it takes place in a world where Freddy, Jason, Michael are real.
Yeah.
And you have a guy who looks up to them, and he's sort of creating his own legend, and he has this documentary crew following him around.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's just a smart...
And plus, it doesn't take itself a little bit that seriously, because in a world where Jason and whatever exists, you're going to have fun with it. It's not really designed to be like, oh shit, I don't believe I've seen this shit.
It's fun, and the lead guy, I forget who it was, who played the Leslie Vernon, did a great job with it. So I would pick Behind the Mask.
All right.
How about childhood then?
Childhood favorite? Well, let's see. Is it away from franchise, or we're still sticking to franchise? Let's see. In childhood,
it could be any.
Any? All right. Well, I would have to go with, even though I know it was gutted out by MPA, but for some reason, this sequel always got my attention a lot. I know you're probably gonna agree 100%, Matt. Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, because I just love the way Jason, the makeup design by John Carl Buechler. That Jason looks like a Terminator almost, the way the skeleton is in the back, and him punching a hole through somebody and grabbing a sleeping bag, throwing him against a tree, and everything. And then plus you had nudity in there and stuff. And then when I found out later on about the cutscenes, I'm like, those motherfuckers, right?
Isn't that amazing? Like, we both like it so much, and yet that's probably the one with the least amount of gore.
But that wasn't John Carl Buechler's fault.
No, I know that. It's amazing when you think about it, though.
That's true, man, because of the design. The design, the idea was good, It's basically Carrie versus Jason, folks, because the lead girl, Tina Low Park Lincoln, and in an ironic way, I noticed this too, maybe because it was the 80s. She has almost the same hairstyle as Linda Hamilton had in the first Terminator movie. So maybe that's one of the reasons I always had a little success. When I was a kid, I loved the Terminator. I still love the Terminator to this day. I mean, the Terminator always sticks out, and I never could put my finger on it. Why? Until you reviewed it, Matt. Because it has that dark, almost horror movie tone to it. The very first Terminator movie. And then, sad to say, even though there's nothing wrong with the sequel, I love Terminator 2. Terminator 3, it's there, even though I see it's got a lot of problems and stuff like that. Salvation, I wanted to see the R-rated version, but Warner Brothers a bunch of swinging dicks, and they wanted to release the R-rated on Blu-ray, so fuck them, but I like that look that she had. It kind of reminded me almost of that Linda Hamilton was in '84 in the Terminator movie. So, and then plus the way the score sounded, it was a different type of thing. It was Harry Manfredini with some other dude. I forgot the other dude who did the score for that. I'm sure somebody might know down there and leave a comment. Well, do you know the other person who did the score with Harry Manfredini? They had almost like a little vibe to it, almost like a little maybe Terminator.
Oh, you mean for
Part 7?
Still for Part 7.
Yeah.
God, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I know Harry Manfredini and somebody else collaborated with that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think somebody actually took over. I don't think it was much of a collaboration.
It's kind of like what Harry Manfredini said in one of the Q&As.
Fred It's Fred something.
I know Fred something
Mullen.
too. Fred
Mullen.
Fred Mullen. Okay.
Yes, he did part 8.
Oh, okay.
Part 8 as well.
Yeah, but I just that slasher always stuck out for me. I just liked the idea, Jason being fucking more vicious. That one and number 2, because that's like number 1. Number 2 would always be part 6. Jason Lives, because part 6 I think they were really looking to revamp the series, because part 5. A lot of fans were pissed over part 5, which was understandable. Even when I first saw part 5 years back when I was a kid, I was like, not Jason. But now I want to see part 5 because I want to give it another shot, and stuff like that.
You should. It's
and plus Deborah Voorhees,
It's worthy of another watch.
It is, especially with the shit that's out today. I mean, I wouldn't mind backtracking. Why not?
Plus you do get a lot of tits.
I got the best of the series pretty much because you got Deborah fucking Voorhees, man.
And the most. Yeah, I think it's the most female nudity on Friday.
And the reason why I think that part 5 had the most nudity is because of the sleazy, crazy Danny Steinman,
director of Savage Streets.
Yeah, one of my favorites, by the way, of exploitation movies. I actually never knew that he directed part 5. So I seen your reviews. Once again, all this stuff all through another fan of movies I grew up watching, through Matt, folks. So I look at this stuff like, wow, he really directed that shit. I didn't know that. Wow.
Well, and then a lot of mine is probably from the guys at Dead Pits.
Yeah, so like, wow.
From one from the other.
That's right. It's the way of the world. Now somebody will look at my videos like, I'm gonna use that, and it goes around. And stuff. Oh man, so that's how it is in my favorites. For childhood, I don't know why Jason always stuck out. I mean, I love Freddy, and maybe what it is, I was a little more of a fan of Dark Freddy, but on Nightmare on Elm Street, I like the original one, of course, with that score. With that, what's the name of the guy who did the score for Nightmare on Elm Street?
Charles Bernstein.
Charles Bernstein. Yeah, they had a more of a creepy thing. Plus, I actually enjoyed Heather Langenkamp, Nancy, because like I've said one time when I reviewed Savage Streets, I get into a certain movie a lot if the lead actress or pretty much the character reminds me of somebody I knew or whatever. And Heather Langenkamp reminded me of somebody I knew way back, when I was in my childhood and stuff, who passed away, a relative. So I really got into that character more. It's like, wow, that looks like her. Shit, but it's not her, but it still looks like it. So that helps you get more into the movie sometimes, Like in the case of Matt, I see Hills Have Eyes remake. I'm like, Matt, run! Go up the stairs! Go to that door! Don't stand by the door! That motherfucker's coming! I yell at the screen. Well, I'm sure he's done the same thing, So, Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. The second one, to be honest, I never hated that movie. I know everybody hates it because they call it the gay version, the gay movie. Because of the whole...
never hated it either.
Exactly, I never hated it. I mean, I found that it was interesting. I mean, okay.
I like that lead guy. I know his character's name is Jesse, but
the lead guy was alright. I know that the actor, I guess, was gay or whatever. But if the dude is gay, that's no problem. I got no problem with nobody being gay or whatever. Hey, you could be Mark Patton. Yeah, you see, you could be friends with somebody as gay. It's alright. It's just you can even go and hang out with them, play PlayStation or something like that. Then after you finish playing, you be like, oh, what are you gonna do now, man? You wanna go get a beer? Well, I'm gonna go suck a dick. Well, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go get a beer, or I'm gonna go get a drink, or whatever. You go suck your dick. Go ahead. You don't feel like you have to alienate anyone because of that. Stuff like that. Each is their own. That's exactly. But I never had a problem with Mark Patton. He was good.
Exactly.
I liked that the idea was kind of a little bit like an Exorcist type of thing of Freddy Krueger going inside this guy.
Well, I think also it's because a lot of people's problem with that is they didn't really have the rules. They had the rules in place for the first one, and they thought, well, what the fuck? This is sort of breaking the rules.
That's true, because Freddy, it doesn't really involve dreams, if you think about it.
A lot of people are like, well, wait a minute, Freddy's in a party, and a lot of people are taller than him. And it's kind of hard to have an imposing figure when everybody at this party is, taller than him. And he can, disappear in reality. It's like, what the fuck? But I guess the whole point was he took some of that power with him, the reality, or...
I guess Jesse was the key. So through Jesse's body, he was able, to become, I guess, part a little bit of human. Because I like the idea in the ending, like when he goes to that party and he's going ape shit. Freddy's fucking people up. He ain't doing like ha ha ha, making little jokes and turning people into cockroaches.
He's still a Dark Freddy.
He's Dark Freddy there, you know. He's fucking
going
people
back,
up.
It's also cool to see that, wow, this is different.
Yeah, because it's a different idea.
Okay, this is the thing I always get to people. It doesn't matter if something's different.
As long as the difference works.
Different. Yeah. We don't hate something because it's different. We hate something because, yeah, it's different, but it sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't work. You know, I understand. Yeah, like I know how you feel about the Halloween remake, and you hate the difference. That's okay, you know. It's not bad.
I don't care about that it's different. I just care that I thought it sucked.
Exactly. That's all.
There is a difference between them.
Exactly. You know, like some people I know, like when I did the Nightmare on Elm Street video and stuff. That's one of the reasons why on my channel, folks, there is no comments, no ratings on it, because it was just a lot of bullshit feedback and stuff. And people were going, oh, but Robert Englund is old. They said, well, you know, not for nothing, but then why fuck with it? Because Nightmare on Elm Street, to me, that's a very sensitive thing, because Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Jason, over the years, they were played by different actors.
That's true.
And they didn't have really any dialogue or whatsoever, or any, you know, what's it called? The pizzazz or whatever that Robert Englund brought to Freddy Krueger, you know, the personality or whatever. But Robert Englund played him in all
but you know, some of these people
9
say
movies.
They'd be doing the same thing if they say they remade Die Hard and they have John McClane, but they have someone else other than Bruce Willis.
Well, that'd be a big backlash, because I mean.
Or if you had a Rocky, they remake Rocky, and instead of Stallone, you have
Matt Damon.
What's that fucker from Fighting?
Channing Tatum, the underwear model, or whatever the fuck he is, the Chippendales dancer with bullshit.
Yeah, wasn't he? He was in G.I. Joe, right?
Yeah, G.I. Slope.
We don't remake Rocky, but we're gonna have Channing Tatum star as Rocky Balboa.
No.
Seriously, what would you do if that happened?
Well, then I pretty much would. We'll find a way to get in touch with Stallone. Sly, can you do something about this, please? They gotta ruin your franchise, man. Yeah, but nothing I can do, you know. I mean, I'm working on other projects, you know, whatever. I'll send Dolph Lundgren over there to talk to them. That's it.
But I didn't even mention my favorite, did I?
Which one?
My favorite slasher.
I think you did, didn't you? Oh, no, you talked about your least, your favorite slasher. No, wait, you said it was the Friday the 13th Part 7, New Blood, I believe.
Well, I said I like that, but that's not my favorite.
Your favorite?
Favorite slasher movie?
Maniac?
It's probably... These are the two I grew up with a lot.
All right.
Was My Bloody Valentine and April Fool's Day.
Well, I mean, April Fool's Day, I
don't know if they're my favorite, but those are two I grew up and I really enjoy, and a lot of people don't talk about. So.
I actually did grow up with Bloody Valentine. I seen it on VHS tape, and then my mom lost the VHS tape, and I never seen it again. But I seen it up about maybe 2 years until she lost the video, then I didn't see it again. But I thought I was actually the only one that knew about Bloody Valentine. That I seen your reviews and your tributes you did over
and the new DVD with the stuff.
Oh yeah, the stuff they cut out the movie, you know. That was nice of Lionsgate, that they actually, you know, they got a hold of the director, and the director did a nice featurette for it, and
although to me it wasn't long enough.
It wasn't. Yeah, sure. It could have been longer. You're right. It could have been longer.
Half of it was for the remake.
Yeah.
Half of that featurette.
Half of it was, but the other beginning parts that the director was talking about how come the movie was cut, because having to do something with the killing of John Lennon. So it was around that same year where they released the movie, 1981. And I guess...
It's bullshit.
I know. I mean, it is bullshit. Because I don't think, you know, that heavily has to do with... I mean, nothing against John Lennon. John Lennon, I mean, sad that he's no longer with us. But, you know, I mean, that's not a reason why a movie gets cut. I'm thinking because 81, and after the movies like The Burning and Maniac, all these movies came out. And then people were like, oh, God, that's horrific. Someone should do something about it. The MPAA is here to stay. And they came in like superheroes and fucked up slasher movies left and right, you know.
But it's weird that that's a Canadian movie and there's no nudity in it.
That's true. That's very true. There was no nudity at all.
The last slasher films had nudity.
You want to talk about a bloodless slasher movie, right? That has no nudity at it at all until the ending? Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
There is no nudity in that shit. It looks like a TV movie almost, besides the bad words. And,
so you're a big fan.
I mean, not a big fan. I mean, I seen it once. I looked at the ending. I'm like,
I know.
okay, that's creepy, but it caught me off guard, you know.
The
But
chick with a dick.
chick with a dick with a creepy
Before
looking
the
head.
crying game.
You know, before the crying game, yeah, but with nudity, it's just like, damn, that's fucked up. You get to see that naked, but yet you can't see no women showering or nothing, whatever. You know, like, that's fucked up. But they made up for it in the sequel, though. In Sleepaway Camp 2 on Happy Camp, which is a fun slasher movie. And I should have mentioned that, but I forgot. Fuck. But anyway, I mentioned it now. Yeah.
So you didn't forget, so you mentioned that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Sleepaway Camp 2. I just seen that recently, so I didn't grow up with it. Cause I saw it like a couple of months down the line, and when I covered the horror zone in my channel, you know, I covered all the horror films and stuff. And I mentioned Sleepaway Camp 2. I still haven't seen part 3 yet. You know, Teenage Wasteland. I gotta look that one up.
That's a fun one. If you like part 2, you'll like part 2.
Yeah, cause I mean, I wanna see if I can get the DVD of Sleepaway Camp 2 because I got mad because somebody had uploaded it on YouTube, which was very nice of the person to upload it, but he or she, they digitized all the nudity that it had in it out.
Yeah.
So instead of having everything fogged out, it looks like a video game, like the Predator's vision point of view almost. Whenever nudity pops up or any sex scenes or whatever. And then when the killing starts, the thing goes away. Like, ah, man.
The tits, we want tits.
And then you see it in Predator's point of view. I said, what am I, the Predator now? Where the hell are you?
But yeah, part 2.
You know?
And you'll like the DVDs if you find them. There's some fun commentary.
Oh, really? I love those fun
There's
commentaries.
a director and a moderator, and they know what they made, basically. They know that, you know, it's not high art.
Okay, that's good.
You know, they're not like pompous assholes. So
That's what I love about those commentaries sometimes. Sometimes you get a good cast of people on there, and they just, you know, they look back at a movie, they talk about it and stuff, you know.
But, like, the commentary on the first one is kind of weird, because the director seems like a pompous prick.
I know you were telling me about that, yeah, that he didn't want to give up.
Like he didn't want to give secrets, like, no, it's movie magic. Like, you know, when they did keep the kills on the screen, and it was like the moderator that was trying to ask questions. I don't know if he's brushing them off or what the fuck.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that Danny Steinman commentary track for Savage Streets, the special edition DVD I got. You know, he talks about, oh, after I finished making the movie back in '84, I never seen the final movie. And people would ask me in the street if I made that movie, I would say no, this and that.
Speaking of which, Danny Steinman, the guys that also did an interview with him.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
So he tells the whole story of Savage Streets and Friday the 13th Part 5, so if you want to take a listen to that, you can definitely
I gotta check that out, yeah. But he does seem like a sleazy guy, because he's talking about stuff that got really nothing to do with the movie. And I know someone's gonna comment down there, but wait a minute, you guys do the same thing. Yeah, but we didn't make the movies that we commented on, you know? It's different, though. He made the movie. He should at least give some more insight on the movie. He ain't giving too much insight. He's talking about, I got that actor there, you know, he's from New York, and he's a loan shark, or whatever. And he's like, do you really gotta talk about that? You know, all these soprano actors he got in here from the mafia and stuff. Oh, brother. But the commentary track with the villain of the film, Robert Dreyer, and the wimpy guy of the movie, Johnny Vinokur, who's the same fucking guy from that Scott Baio reality show, Scott Baio 46 and Pregnant. You know, Johnny V, that guy. You know, he's in the commentary track. That's pretty fun. I have fun with that commentary track. Oh, yeah, by the way, the good commentary track, horror-wise, is the Chud one, thanks to my brother from another mother here, Matt, because he did a video about his favorite commentaries, and I bought the DVD with the commentary track, because I was curious about it, even though I remember Chud seeing it in the day. It's like, alright, seems interesting, you know, not my favorite, but still a fun movie. Monsters in the Sewer? Yeah, I go for it, why not? And I see the commentary track, I took a listen to it with Daniel Stern in the cast, I died laughing, the whole thing with the guy eating the quarter and he's getting changed.
Yeah, he's put a quarter and he's shitting nickels for a week.
Yeah. Yeah, with John Hurt and Christopher Curry and I think the director of the movie, Douglas Cheek, and these 4 guys are just there, you know, making just, you know. But if you like the Chud movie, you love the movie, you know, you gotta be warned because they kind of take the movie a little bit apart, but they're doing it in fun though. They're not doing it to bash it or whatever, you know. Then of course John Carpenter commentary.
It is kind of to bash it.
Is it? Oh, I gotta listen to it again.